0130 this morning, we understand that a passenger vehicle, it was a 2006 maroon Nissan Frontier pickup, drove off, was swept away by the swift-moving water at 10 Mile Crossing. 10 Mile Crossing, down off County Road 257, it's approximately the 9,000 block. When that vehicle was swept off the road, it had 3 occupants in it. It had a 41-year-old driver, which is a Brown County resident. Occupant number 1, front seat passenger, is a 29-year-old male, Brown County resident, and the rear seat passenger, which we'll talk about, is occupant number 2. Occupant 3, is 60 years old and is a Mills County resident. So their vehicle was swept away at 10 Mile Crossing. It submerged. The front 2 occupants got out of the vehicle and was washed south down towards Mills County along the Pecan Bayou. One of the male subject that was in the vehicle made it to the shore and got out and started walking and walked approximately 2 miles back towards town in an effort to call for help. The driver of the vehicle was swept away in the floodwaters, was clinging a hold of the bank, and remained there until such time as we could get a rescue effected at that location. Occupant number 3 has not been seen since, nor has the vehicle. Our efforts have included at 8:30 this morning, so at 1:30 we were swept away by the floodwaters. It took until 8:30 to get to a location to contact fire and EMS. So our crews responded, Engine 9, Engine 9-2, and a battalion chief responded out to that location to try to see what the rescue was. It was reported a vehicle in high water. On the way out to the incident location, they ran across occupant number 2, and he described to them where the driver of the vehicle is, or was, and last seen location of the vehicle that was swept away and the other occupant. Our engine crew took them out to the Pecan Bayou, made access on a ranch that was close to there, and entered the swift water with their protective gear and extricated that victim. That victim was flown to Brownwood Regional Medical Center. She's listed in stable condition right now, and that was as about 2 today. After that, we still had a missing vehicle and a missing occupant from that vehicle. We involved Early Fire Department, Zephyr Fire Department, Brown County Sheriff's Office, Brown County Emergency Management, Lifeguard, Texas Parks and Wildlife, game wardens have been a great asset for us. We've searched the water up and down for a couple of miles by water, have not seen anything, have not been able to locate a vehicle. We contacted Texas DPS and searched by air about 6.5 miles down. We've notified Mills County, and they've also searched their area. At this point, we're going to continue to monitor and try to locate that vehicle and the missing occupant. I'll be glad to entertain any questions that you have.
What color was the vehicle?
It is maroon. It's a 2006 Nissan Frontier.
And the third person, how old was?
60 years old.
Releasing any names at this point?
At this point, we're not, but we may in the future.
Any idea where they had been, where they were going, what they were out in?
From my perspective, I do not know. I understand that the Brown County is conducting an investigation as to what led up to this incident, and I'm just privy of the response aspect of it.
10 Mile Crossing is how far out of Brownwood?
I've not measured that. I've heard that it's about 10 miles from the Humphrey Pete's area. Is that correct?
That's not correct.
How did they get in the water?
How did they get in the water, the folks that were driving?
Yes.
So when you're headed out of town, down Austin Avenue, you'll notice when you cross 45, there's a sign that says high water 10 Mile Crossing. It's a small sign, but it does warn that you can't get through. When you go down and you turn left on County Road 257, there's another half gate that says high water, road closed, I believe. I'd have to look at it again to be certain. So you do have to go around that, and then you end up at 10 Mile Crossing. And when I approached that incident, there's clearly high water over the roadway. I'm not sure how deep it is. but it is absolutely a dangerous spot to be trying to cross in a vehicle.
So they crossed it or tried to cross it in their vehicle?
Yes. There's tracks in the mud leading down to the water, and there's really no doubt that that's the direction that they travel.
Is this turning more from a rescue effort to a recovery effort?
It absolutely is. Absolutely. So future days, we will continue to monitor. We've got crews out there that are about to clear up now. You're still going to have a presence of landowners in the area, Parks and Wildlife, the game wardens, everyone is going to continue to support this effort and until we locate this missing person in the vehicle.
If people see this vehicle, what should they do?
Notify us. You know, you can call 911 if you see this vehicle. I do not have a license plate for it at this point. You can call Brown County Sheriff's Department, the Joint Center with dispatch. Just notify us that you've seen that vehicle or the person.
Any idea how high the water actually was?
Really, I'm just estimating, not knowing the exact depth. Going through there during normal times, you can see a pretty good drop off on the right-hand side to the south. When you look at that, just an estimation, I would say you're at least 30 foot of water right now, maybe more. Just a rough guess.
And the timeline again, this happened at 1:30?
This happened approximately 1:30 this morning, and then we did not get the call until about 8:30. And there was a long lag time there that, you know, if their vehicle went off the road out there, your cell phones aren't going to work. There's no other way to get help. So the only way is to walk out of there. And that's what that one gentleman did. And then he had to wait on somebody to come passing by with a cell phone. Once he did that, the chain of events started happening for in their favor. Now you've got us notified. We get him. He can tell us exactly where this location is. And that's the good news. You know, once we started rolling, our guys in the engine saw him, picked him up, put him in the engine, and said, "Take us where we need to be." And he took them right to the location. Approximately 100 yards from where they went off the road is where one was found clinging to the bank. So that rescue had to be made, and then the search effort.
Were there any roadblocks in the area, or just that one big?
That one roadblock area, and it's typically put up when there is high water out there on that hole.
So they had to have gone around a barrier, or just
if they came from the direction from town, turned left on 257, it would appear that they had to go around.
Okay, what do you want to say to people about going around those?
You know, that's what's critical for us. It's critical in the county. It's critical inside the city limits. Anytime we have something like a roadblock up, it's just impossible to say and block the road 100%. You still have to leave access for emergency vehicles to go to different places. You have to leave access for folks that live on that road to get out. But you're wanting to notify people, don't go around this because there's something down there that won't let you pass through. If you see high water that's over the roadway or water over the roadway, period, just turn around, don't drown is the statement that we like to make. And this is a perfect example that, you know, a large vehicle or even a small vehicle will not make it through some of these low water crossings.
And sorry, did you say the 60-year-old was a male or female?
Female.
Okay.
And we will type up and release some notes on a press release after this, so you guys will have some details.
Are these three related to each other?
Yes.
Can you say in what way they're related?
Mother, daughter, boyfriend is the way I understand it.
And what hospital is the other one at?
Brownwood Regional Medical Center. And I have not made that contact again. There are a lot of things that we can't get as far as protected information. So what we can get is that she was stable last night. So a lot of variables can change since then. She may have been released from it.
So one missing, one hospitalized, and another one that didn't have to be hospitalized?
Correct. One was treated and released on scene.
And the daughter is the one that's in the hospital?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Will any citations or anything be issued?
From my perspective, we're just in the recovery mode right now, so I'm not able to comment on that.
I'm good.
guys good? I appreciate everybody coming out. If you have any other questions, I know everybody's got my number. Please feel free to call me.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.